Good morning, Friday feeling, April 25th. This is the Automotive State of the Union. I'm Paul J. Daly. It's Kyle Mountsier. Today we're talking about VinFast. Remember them? Slate, the other car company by Jeff Bezos, and the conversation of skills over degrees. And just like old school days, you and I are going to rock it out of this show and go right into the All Things Used Car Show.
Whoa.
Remember this place? Clubhouse.
That's crazy. I to be really clear, I had gotten rid of the app because I was like, I can't do it anymore. But I've downloaded the Clubhouse app again because apparently the community there is still
thriving, bro.
It's still a thing.
That's community.
That's what happens when you build community.
It's amazing. David Long's done an amazing job just cultivating community is like a very old garden, right? It takes long. How do you get those? Can I buy those plants? You can't buy those plants. You can only grow those plants and cultivate them over years.
That's right.
That's
right. Oh, you can't buy those plants.
You can't buy them at Home Depot. You can't.
That's strong.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
I love it.
You can't. Look, Agenda is live for SotoCon. Dealer tickets are coming in like crazy now. I'm so excited watching all the people that are going to be there in person. You should be there in person because we're going to talk about all the topics. We're going to get all the best practices. We're going to get all the mindset shifts and the innovators who are doing the progressive things that you need to learn from and you need to share with, because I think it's the obligation of innovators to also share what they're doing. Yeah,
I like the thing that's so amazing to me is it's not just the people on the stages at our events that are doing the amazing things.
No.
You hear these questions and conversations in the halls that someone actually asked us. We were talking to Joe Overby. We watch out for our podcast with him coming out. But the thing that, like, as we talk about it more, I'm like, no, the speed of conversation, the speed of trust that happens in an event when you start with the why of being there is incredible. And so I would say, like, that's the opportunity. It's the chance to rub shoulders with Phil Gill. It's the chance to rub shoulders with Patrick Abad, with Dan Bannister, with Jeff Ramsey, and go, what are you working on? What are you working on? How are you, and all of the industry partners, because what I love is, like, when you get together like that, it doesn't matter what type of business you're running. It's just that we're all running businesses to further the performance of the retail auto industry.
And the performance, not just the financial performance, but the cultural performance, the community performance, the job trajectory performance. So you should go to asotocon.com. Get your tickets now, get your flights now, get your hotels now, because you know the auto industry, until you're in the month that it's in, you don't think about it. But the next month is only a few days away. So just do it now, save yourself a couple bucks on flights, and make sure you're going to join us in just a few weeks from now. Let's talk about some news. VinFast, remember them. They are officially out of the direct consumer game. Do we have the applause button? I don't think we have it anymore. In California, they're getting out. They're shifting gears to focus solely on franchise dealers across the U.S. Can't say we told you so. The pivot off comes as Vietnamese EV maker wrestles with rising costs, sliding U.S. registrations, and mounting losses. They're closing all 15 of their company-owned California showrooms in favor of a full franchise model. They currently have 38 dealer locations either open or on the way across 16 states. U.S. EV registrations dipped to just 367. Wait, that's not right. Oh, of the VinFast cars. Right.
Of the VinFast
they only registered 367 cars in January and February, which is an 18% year-over-year decline. The VF8 accounted for 321 of those, so just about all of them, while the three-row VF9 saw just 46. The company posted a $3.18 billion net loss in 2024. Despite revenue growth, their operating costs surged. So they're getting into the dealer game now.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, do you want to be a real estate company or no? Dealers are being great at real estate.
This is a great hedge.
They're great at management, and they're great at buying wholesale cars to drive your revenue up. And they don't want to keep them around, so they sell them, right? Like, this whole model kind of works.
The allure of standard business thinking of, like, oh, well, it's expensive to have a dealer network. It's like, actually, it's expensive to not have a dealer network. And I think they're finding out right now. I mean, they're finding it out right now. Speaking of finding out right now.
Segue.
Time. We are from one to another after months of mystery and speculation. Slate Auto, the American EV startup, You probably haven't heard of it much. We talked about it a little here on the show.
Yep.
Backed by Jeff Bezos has made its first big move, introducing the all-electric, highly customizable pickup that ditches luxury frills for practicality and affordability. Look at the picture of that thing. It looks like
it's unbelievable.
Like it belongs in Roblox.
It does look like something from Roblox, and it is tiny.
Look at that.
It's tiny.
Slate is taking a clean slate approach by skipping high-end trims, focusing on accessibility. It will be built in the U.S., comes with over 100 optional accessories, and starts below $20,000. I said that again. Starts below $20,000.
Wow.
Is modular. We're going to see these in high schools everywhere. The flagship model is modular, converting from a 2-seat pickup to a 5-seat SUV with an optional flat pack kit. It's stripped down, HVAC knobs, crank windows, and a universal phone mount. I hate to say this. I think they're actually doing something for our children with the crank windows.
That's exactly right.
Oh my gosh.
Tell them what it used to feel like to get your windows
absolutely
up and
get
down,
that shoulder going. Specs includes a 52 to 84 kilowatt battery, 150 kilowatt rear wheel drive motor, 8 seconds 0 to 60, and up to 240 miles an hour range.
Yeah,
as a comparison, the F-150 Lightning, I'll get like 4.5 0 to 60. So I can still beat him in a race. Slate will directly sell to consumers. Here we go with a $50 reservation fee. First delivery slated for Q4 2026. So we got 18 months. CEO Chris Barman says the definition of what's affordable is broken. Slate exists to put the power back in the hands of customers who have been ignored by the auto industry.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean, they obviously have to come strong with this. It is a really interesting play. We've seen other manufacturers come into the market. Actually, Chris McTeague is commenting on LinkedIn right now saying Amazon racing to the bottom to take the Scion market share. It actually, like the boxy old
amazing.
XD, right?
I had one of those.
It kind of has some of like the vibe of that. But again, like you said, like high school, college students, it's a great opportunity. And Americans love to accessorize. They want to tell you what they want on their car instead of being demanded what that is. 100 optional accessories. Like you're going to be able to
that's going to get tricky to build. But I mean, you can ask all the other ones. But I mean, maybe
I don't think it is. Amazon has a delivery network for accessories.
Oh yeah, but you gotta have them installed. I guess if they're not factory installed and you have to install them.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not going to have time.
Company, but
we're not going to have time for our third story today. So we might as well just talk about this for another minute. So this is where I think Amazon could crush. I think they buy TikTok, and then they just do a full influencer play on these cars, and they sell millions of them at that price point. Like, dude,
that's a wild proposition.
I mean, good night. I mean, TikTok costs a couple pennies, but
but like TikTok shopping network drives Gen
without
Z,
a doubt,
Gen X,
without
Gen
a doubt.
Z, I mean,
you think of the
purchasing behavior,
and at that purchase, I mean, you think about it, and if they know people's shopping behavior, they know their credit. They could finance these things at $20K,
and then
that's almost like credit card level financing. Oh man. They might have a thing.
It's kind of silly.
But I don't appreciate the swipe at the auto industry, though.
But also, VinFast tried it too, and we see what happened.
Is that the funny dichotomy of the two stories? I know VinFast has a ton of money too. Amazon has a little more brand penetration into every household in the U.S.
Yeah, but this is backed by Jeff Bezos. This isn't an Amazon company.
That's true. And you think that's true. And you think about it this way: they also were gonna like open grocery stores everywhere. Didn't work. Whole Foods survived because they had a brand. The bookstore thing failed. Barnes & Noble is expanding bookstores now. So not so easy.
It's not so easy.
No, it's not. Well, we're heading over into Clubhouse, all things used cars. Listen, go to asotocon.com, get your tickets, be with us. And if you can't do that, or even if you can't, head over to Clubhouse, all things used cars. We'll see you there in just a couple minutes. Talk to you tomorrow.